Crimson! What is up, guys? UZXCrimsonAvenger here, back to another Kill If related video. This time around, I'm actually gonna do a tier list for the game. I haven't done one, and actually I don't think I've done one at all video wise, because the game was still going through patches, and of course characters gonna be changes. But since 1.06 is the final patch of the game, as far as I know of, I think it's time that I just go ahead and make a tier list for it. I will give my honest thoughts on some of the characters. Like, this not some of them I've played, while others I've seen people play at high level. So my knowledge is gonna be based off of those two alone. So for the characters that's on my knowledge, I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. Do with Ryuko. She's still a pretty high tier character. High damage output, has tools that can catch opponents, or should I say, she has ways to fight back against certain opponents. If your opponent jump in the air constantly, Dual Ryuko has a tool that can do that. She can catch her opponent in the air. It's not even her anti-air either. It's just her dash and guard break. And for basically, in this game, you can't block in the air. So you shouldn't be jumping in the air, otherwise you'll get caught by that. Like, why would you be jumping in the air anyhow? Now, for Scissor Ryuko, I now know how to play her at a high level, but I want to say she's C or B tier. We'll say C or B. No, we're going to put her on B for now. I'm just being generous. We're gonna put her on B. She has some. She's a very honest character. She's basically she's literally the Ryu of the game. She has projectiles. She has, I wouldn't say mix up, but she has a block string to make you block, and she can guard rush her opponent at very high speeds. I'm currently making a guide for her, so be on the lookout for that whenever that drops. But the thing about Scissor Ryuko, her weakness is that she can't do well against opponents that are high in the air or heavy zoning, most likely. So I put her in B for now. Just like I said, it's a generous placeholder. But we're gonna move on to the other characters. Let's see who moved higher, who a little bit higher than her. Now, the rest of the roster, though, this is just from me experiencing high level gameplay from other players. So we're gonna start off with No Jakuzure. She's an S tier. She's on par with Dual Ryuko in terms of damage output and cheesiness. People don't like her, but people will dislike Dual Ryuko more than they would No because they haven't fought a No yet. When they do fight a No, they'll know that No has problems. One of her supers can be used as a DP, but at the same time, players can use it as a literal DP without spending meter. As far as how they do it, I don't know. I never asked. I never tried it myself. But pretty much they can really just fake you out if you get too close to them. And like I said, she's like the main zoner of the game, and she literally has a combo that'll just insta kill you if you're not careful. Also, another S tier, I want to put Dual Sasuke up here. The only player I know, Game Breaker God, he stopped playing the game, but he's the only person that I know that can play Dual Sasuke with efficiency, and she can kill the entire cast with her combo strings. She's one of the hardest characters in the games to use. I would put her in the tier list. Oh, no, actually, I would put her in the tier of her own, just basically hard to use. Or actually, no, not hard to use, not easy to use. Let's put it like that. But I put her in A tier next to these two because, like I said, she can just kill. She can kill the entire cast. She really can. But as far as matchup experience, I haven't seen her go up against any other characters in the game like DTR or Mako at high level, which is something I really love to see. I try to get in touch with Game Breaker God to see if he'll come back to the game to showcase his duel with Sasuke against other high level players with their characters. But so far we know he's MIA. I try to get in touch with him, but I can't reach him, or maybe something going on with his personal life. So right now, I put Dual Sasuke high tier, S tier, just for that alone. Now for A tiers, I'm gonna start with base Sasuke, Baku Sasuke. Now Baku Sasuke, she could come up here with the S tiers, but at the same time, it's there's some people that can play her. There's some people at a high level that can play her to an extent to where she's not always honest. She has very good tools, whether for neutral. Excuse me, not for weather for neutral, but for neutral, to where Her projectiles can reach full screen, whether it's a charge B or her dash B. You can just spam B all you want, just throw out projectiles so your opponent can't reach you. But at the same time, it's like, if she gets caught, she's gonna die. She's 1 out of 3 of the, actually, Dual Saskios counts too, because like these 4 characters, Dual Sasuke, Baku Sasuke, DTR, and Inumuda, they're literally glass cannons of the game. They can die if they get touched. But with pretty much with Baku Sasuke, she is able to she's able to make you stay where you are. She's able to make you stay put with her projectiles. Just basically charge B and dash B will put a stop to what you're trying to do. She has more tools than Scissor Blade Ryuko to like have an advantage against her, in which I do agree to where like I said, Scissor Blade Ryuko, she's not able to handle heavy zoning and opponents who could like just stay in the air constantly, and Baku Sasuke is able to, you know, keep Scissor Blade Rico at bay. So also, who else I can bring up here? Who is gonna be A tier? I want to say Mako. Now, like tension levels 1 and 2 Mako, she will be C tier. I would say D, but no, that's being too mean. I say C at best. But like when she gets to tension levels 2 and 3, she's a monster. She becomes almost unstoppable. Like the only reason I put her A tier is because like her bat is her most reliable tool in the game. It gives her armor. When she reaches tension level 2 and 3, 3 and 4, she can swing it faster, and it'll just deal more damage to the opponent. She can do these in the air. She can use it as a dash. She can just use it just by standing. But if it whiffs, she just loses the level. And not only that, her combos get all wonky, but not in a way like you think, oh, it's gonna screw up her game plan. Like she can literally kill you if you let her touch you, especially at tensions level 2, 3, and 4. Like something tell me to bring her down a bit, because like someone like Sonic Gamer can take her out, but like putting him in A tier is still a bit generous. But then at the same time, it's like I'm not wrong. Now, oh boy, I might as well put. I don't know why I want to put Scissor Blade Rico on C tier, because like she's strong, like, but she's not among S and A. So pretty much, like I said, B's the most honest thing I can give her. B or C, honestly. So I'm going to do this tier list in terms of let's see here. Now, what can I do? Nui. Now, Nui, I've only seen one person play her at high level, and at the moment, she's pretty even with Scissor Blade Ryuko. But the fact that Nui excels in the air most of the time, Scissor Blade Ryuko won't be able to catch her as much. The fact that, like, again, like you say like I'm using Ryuko's dash guard break, which is the Superman punch, and if Nui's still twirling in the air like she's a ballerina, Ryuko's fist is gonna miss her entire feet. You know, it's like literally above her fist. So like I said, they're even to an extent, but like Scissor Blade Ryuko loses to Nui in that regard. Again, due to the air advantage and some of her tools. Yeah, I mean, like in my hands, I could probably beat her. But it depends on the matchup, honestly. Oh, now here's the tough one right here. Now, Sanagayama, there's only one person that I know. I don't know his full name, but everybody calls him Mario in the community. He is really, really good with Sanagayama. I put him up here on A tier. I don't know how well it does against Sasuke. Or with his jump C cancel, he can pretty much go through Sasuke's projectiles. I say pretty much, but I haven't seen this in action. I could say he beats Mako because like one of the tournaments that we had a while back, he's able to like beat Mako to where like her bat is not even reliable anymore, and he's able to keep her at bay. Now here's where things will get a little tricky. I don't want to put nobody in C tier because like, well, maybe Ryuko, but then at the same time it's like the C tiers could really either be Nui or Ryuko, probably both. But then at the same time it's like, again, this is a high level now. This is high level, and they have tools that can give them the advantage in the battle, but just certain matchups. So I really can't put anyone in C actually. Now Gamagori, this is gonna hurt some people. Now Gamagori, I'll put him in B because I want to say, I can't say A, because like, again, if Gamagori can, yeah, sure, he can shock himself with Shaka Regalia, but he'll be put into a situation to where like he won't be able to deal with Mako spamming the bat or Sonic Gamma just pressuring him. See, again, this is going to be a challenge for Gamagori, since he has to get in to do the damage. Luckily, he does have a method to get in close to deal with zoning. But if you're dealing with somebody like Sonic Gamma and Mako, that can just literally use any means necessary to get him out of Shaka Regalia, that's going to be, again, the challenge of for Gamagori. But as far as that goes, I'll just put him in front of Ryuko and Nui, because I'm pretty sure he could beat them with no hassle. Actually, I want to say, let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. Yeah, okay. So Nui could beat Gamagori due to her guard break is widespread, and can catch Gamagori if he's just standing there. Gamagori can beat Rico due to like the advantage he has against her, and Rico don't really have the tools necessary to take out Gamagori like she should. All right, now as for the final three, we have DTR, Inamuda, and Ryuko. Now see, Ryuko would have no problem beating the B tiers, but at the same time, like, put her at A tier is also a little too generous because of Mako. Mako can go through Ryuko's moveset like it's nothing. She can go through them life fibers like it's just, I don't know, butter. So I mean, but still at the same time, like, this is gonna be a yikes, because like if for Sasuke, she'll have to get in closer to even get close. She have to get in close to Ryuko, because Ryuko can just zone her out. The reason I got her, actually, she might be B, but just next to Gamagori, because she can just be toxic with them and zone them out. Really, I want to put her up here at A, but the problem with that being is that, like, again, at high level, like, everybody else can just milli whop her. Like, this, again, this is a little hard, because, like, yikes, whew. B, A or B, like I said, putting her at A is a bit too generous, but then at the same time, Ryuko is not a pushover. She's still a threat if you don't know how to handle her, especially at a high level. But if I would have put her in B, she's beating Nui, no problem. I wouldn't say no problem. She's beating Nui without a problem. She's going to destroy Gamagori. And do with Ryuko, if you don't know how to get close to Ryuko like that, then she's gonna murk you. If I put her up here A tier, she's gonna lose to the three characters in front of her. But then I'll have to move Satsuki next to Mako due to the fact that, like, again, the bat is an issue. But at the same time, it's like I need to have more experience and, like, you know, watching other players, see how that works out for them. I would say, because back to Ryuko real quick. I've seen some fights between her and Nonon, and it really does depend. But at the same time, it's like she can still get clipped by Nonon's TOD. This is a little tough. This is a little tough. I want to put her in B. I honestly do. Yeah, you know what? B sounds fine. I'm sorry if you think she deserves to be a little higher. Puella, if you're watching this, again, I apologize. If you think she'd be a little higher, leave a comment below, or we'll talk about it in Discord, see what you think. Now, for Inuyamura and DTR, the last two characters that can be killed if they get touched. Now Inuyuda, he has a loop that can literally, like I said, they should be able to kill everybody. Because like he has a loop to where if you end his combo with 468, or should I say the side ender, he could just use his long range super to take your meter and just repeat the process. And again, he could do this to everybody. I mean, as long as he could touch you. Because like most of the time, if I see players at high level play as Inuyuda, he waits for you to make a mistake. If you make that mistake, it's pretty much going to cost you the game. Now, if it gets touched, he dies. Simple as that. So as far like who he going up against, he's not up here. He's not A tier. He's still a dangerous threat though. I'm not gonna lie to you, but to put him in A tier, that's highly generous. But he's gonna be in B tier. I'm gonna put him right next to Ryuko because, like, again, Ryuko just probably clip him from the distance, but Inuyuda can pretty much zone out everybody here. I've seen this fight against Gamagori again at high level, and it was pretty much in Gamagori's favor. So let's see here. Ryuko beats everybody here in front, but pretty much it's like this. Yeah, it's pretty much like this here. That's how the matchups are at high level, if you want to put it like that. And DTR, oh boy. Yeah, DTR is in B tier as well, along with the other characters, but he's gonna be in front of Ryuko and the others, mainly being because of his gun. The reason he's not lower is because, like, again, he's really strong. Well, his armor and his gun is what makes it threat. I don't know why I say he, like, as a one person. It's literally two people piloting a robot. But pretty much, if he dashes to you, he'll just whip out the gun, and if you're not careful, he can clip you, take your meter, and you'll be left defenseless. The reason I put him higher is because in previous tournaments, Sonic Gamer can clip him just by literally smacking his feet. Mako can reach him literally just by smacking him away with the bat. But at the same time, it's like he can't beat her if he just zones her out, and that's gonna be a problem. Now, as far as Saskios, that's a little troublesome and a bit questionable because again, it all depends on how the matchup goes and who's playing with who. Because if DTR gets his way, he's taking Sasuke out, no question. But if DTR don't know what to do against Sasuke, then Sasuke's gonna take them out, no matter like how you no matter how you slice it. As for now, this is gonna be my tier list. I know there are gonna be some people that disagree with me, especially in the Discord server. But if you have any questions or if you have any comments regarding this tier list here, leave them below. So what we have here, like dual Ryuko, dual Sasuke, known in S tier, very high damage output, can kill the entire cast with little to minimum meter. A tier Sonic Gamer, Mako, and Sasuke, base Sasuke by the way. Again, I would put Mako in B tier, but that's for her potential. That's where she's at tension level 1 and 2, because she's not as much of a threat and not as strong. But she's up here in A tier because once she hits 3 and 4 of her tension level, she becomes almost an unstoppable monster, and you will have to know when to burst. Because if you try to burst at almost any certain combos of her moveset, she will armor through and you'll get punished for it. The reason she's not higher with the S tiers is because well, again, this is dual Rico. She has dash B, and some of her moves are armored and invincible. Dual Sasuke, with her speed and her damage output with her charge B, she can just, again, she can clip Mako's health, and no one has her TOD. So pretty much that's why I don't put her up here. Again, it does depend on the player and how they play their character. B tier, DTR, Ryuko, Gamagori, Inuyuda, Nui, oh my goodness, and Scissor Ryuko. Yeah, pretty much explained why they're all why one's in front of the other. But again, depends on the player. Say for me, I could beat a Nui to an extent. I say to an extent because like it is dependent on the matchup. I mean, not the matchup, but the player I'm going up against. So like pretty much I'll put Scissor Ryuko in front of Nui. but then at the same time, it differs. It differs between. That's why I say these two characters are evenly matched to a certain degree. So right now, I'm just gonna like leave it like this. But at the same time, I can't say that Inuyamura beats Ryuko, especially in my hands. Yeah, I do have a challenge to get into Inuyamura. So somewhere it'd be like this. Again, it depends on the player, but like at high level, this is how I see it. But again, once again, if you have any comments or questions regarding the tier list, leave them down below. And for like that, I'm just going to end it here. I think this video is already long as it is. But this is UZXCrimsonAvenger, and don't lose your way. Peace.